There's a common debate within the firearms and hunting community whether to semi or to manual action. I can only choose a side respectfully if we're talking about small game hunting. Usually the FUDs within the community state that you do not need a semi at all for any type of hunting, and the FUDs before them would say you only need a single shot, and prior to them they would have said you only need a percussion cap rifle. My foot is sternly planted in this argument, but the question is still there. What is best for small game hunting? A semi-automatic or a manual action? At one stage I had an old Savage Model 3C. This was an old single shot 22 long rifle that I actually used mainly for possum trapping. Though it was a good rifle for putting possums out of their misery, it was not a great rifle for small game hunting. The main issue with the air rifle arose with the single shot 22 long rifle as well, but admittedly I could put another round in the chamber quicker than the air rifle. The Savage Model 3C had a longer range and was quicker to reload, but still was not anywhere near the perfection I wanted. Later on I purchased one of my favourite rifles. That rifle is the CZ452 2E American. It is a Bushnell Prime 49x40 scope mounted on it. This rifle is a tack driver. It is extremely accurate and reliable, but with all that said, I still do not find it perfect for small game hunting. The main issue is if I fluke the shot or if the ammo is bad and I injure the animal, it takes longer to put another round into the chamber so I can fix my issue I created. When racking the bolt as well, it wobbles the rifle around significantly and your eye may go off the target. This rifle is what a modern FUD thinks is acceptable. However, I do not believe a bolt action is the best action for small game hunting. I do, however, on occasion use a lever action 22 long rifle for small game hunting. However, it does feel a bit gimmicky doing so. If I had an optic mounted on the rifle would be a bit more practical than what it currently is. But having no optic is not the biggest downfall of using a lever action rifle in my opinion. There are two major downfalls for using a lever action rifle for small game hunting. Number one is reload time. With a majority of lever action rimfire rifles, you have to first pull the inner mag tube out, load the mag one by one round, put the mag tube back in, and then cock the rifle. This is also the same problem for any tube-fed rimfire rifle. Number two is when you're laying down to take a shot, and if you cock another round, the lever on occasion whacks into the ground depending on how low you are to the ground. Now, I currently use mainly a CZ512 chambered in 22 Magnum. The CZ512 is semi-automatic, reliable, and is extremely accurate. I have also had a 1022 over the years, but I will not talk about the 1022 because my opinion on those rifles would offend half of the firearms community. Many have said that they do not like to use semi-automatics for small game hunting because you tend to waste ammo, apparently. My rebuttal to this is number one, if you waste a lot of ammo, you need more practice. And number two, rimfire ammo does not cost an arm and a leg, so it does not matter a heap. There are a lot of positives as to why a semi kicks manual actions out of the park. My top 5 reasons as to why they are better. Number one, you can keep your eye on target easier. Number two, quicker time between shots. Number three, more humane. Number four, shoot moving targets easier. And number five, they are a hell of a lot of fun. One argument a lot of the FUDs used to say was that semi-automatic rimfire rifles are not that accurate. But with modern technology, pretty much all semi-automatic rimfire rifles are on par with manual action rifles. Even back in the 60s and 70s, the semi-automatic rimfire rifles being used back then were still pretty accurate. So the statement of semis are not that accurate is simply not true. So in my humble opinion, I believe sternly that the best action for small game hunting is a semi-automatic. However, I occasionally still use my bolt action rifle to this day, but I do prefer to use the CZ512 over the CZ452 for small game hunting. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe and click that bell if you have not, and I'll see you all in the next video.